Team, set. Hey, kill, go.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Seahawk defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Good footwork at the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, here's A-Chain. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Greer. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
38 on the ball.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Seahawks are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Right. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
Well, I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a toss right side, A-Chain. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave it with a 3rd and just a few inches.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap to turn around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll run for it with A-Chain. Nice move at the 40. And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
19.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Brissett. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. The left side caught by Diggs. And Diggs will have a Bills first down as the tackle made at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, kill. Go.
Brissett sets to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Brissett now. It's complete to Diggs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it. H.A. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Brissett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
2nd and 4. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Hey, check Mega. Black Ultra.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's clear. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half,
touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes...
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Jackrabbit.
This is Greer. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's one deep for Pickens. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take You get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Middle. Rabbit. Hey, go.
Throwing, Brissett. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that
touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Bills 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers.
And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
They'll start with the option. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Going to give to Greer here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that.
And now the rookie's free. Down to the 10. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And runs like that with explosiveness, that's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Set, ready. Opposite, green. Hut, hut.
A carry for Greer. And he will take this one for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Greer fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have the nice cushion. They just won't pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now they'll shift things around. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
On 2nd down, it's Greer. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go. Ready.
And they will take a knee here.
Got it. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's A.J. And he caught it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. They'll run on 1st down. Greer, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle. Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved. On 2nd down now, it's Greer, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Greer. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brissett. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Brissett on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem